Was it an elite travel adventure or a reckless experiment that challenged the laws of engineering? Difficult questions being asked tonight as officials and deep sea diving experts speak out on the deaths of 5 people on a visit to the Titanic, aboard a vessel built with uncertified technology. Tonight, OceanGate, the company behind that deadly submersible dive, says it is closing indefinitely after the apparent implosion that killed, among others, OceanGate's founder. Meanwhile, we are now getting the first information on how the international investigation might take shape as questions continue to focus on the design of the mini-sub and whether it should have been diving to such depths. Tom Costello has late new information on the search for answers.
Tonight, Canada's Transportation Safety Board has launched an investigation into Titan's apparent implosion on Sunday. The U.S. Coast Guard and NTSB expected to join soon. Outside experts are focused on the mini-sub's uncertified, cheaper carbon fiber shell, never before used in deep-sea submersibles. Titanic movie director and ocean explorer James Cameron says that decision may have proved fatal.
You know, sometimes people get go fever, but you shouldn't be using an experimental vehicle for paying passengers that aren't themselves deep ocean engineers.
In 2018, OceanGate founder Stockton Rush submitted this patent application, disclosing that the carbon fiber was for use in extreme conditions, such as high-pressure conditions, high or low-temperature conditions.
I'd like to be remembered as an innovator. I think it was General MacArthur said, you're remembered for the rules you break.
But dozens of submersible experts, including mechanical engineer Bart Kemper, appealed to Rush to seek an outside engineering review. He declined.
He felt that it would take too long for his innovations to be approved by outsiders.
But an original co-founder of OceanGate insists Rush was focused on safety.
He was very well aware of the risks of operating at these deep depths, and he was very committed to safety.
The OceanGate sub made 13 successful trips to Titanic, nearly 13,000 feet down, before Sunday's disaster killed all 5 men on board. The question for investigators, did those dives weaken the carbon fiber shell? The Navy only uses carbon steel for its subs, operating much closer to the surface.
So they're operating at 10 times as deep, 10 times the pressure. We are super scared of the pressure.
It's like crushing a can of Coca-Cola, let's say. The ends of it are going to get warped. And when they warp, those bolts are going to come free.
In 2021, David Wad rode the sub all the way to Titanic.
And I knew when I went down, if something happened to the submersible, that was it.
Under an international treaty, tourists are allowed to visit the Titanic site. But tonight, new questions about whether submersibles need government oversight.
So there are standards, there are industry standards, and they were not adhering to them.
So, Tom, has there been a decision yet on whether they will try to recover the victims' remains or recover debris from the sub?
Not yet. Most experts I talked to say there may not be any more victims' remains on the ground there on the bottom of the ocean. As for recovering the Titan's remains, the sub's remains, that may be critical to the investigation. It could cost a lot.